it's Laura and welcome to your first lecture of how to snack sugar-free and reduce your cravings. Now in today's lecture we're going to actually talk about why you're snacking. So before we get started in thinking about all the different sugar-free snacks that are out there, I want you to really understand why you're snacking, and after this lecture you should be able to categorise every time you feel the urge to snack into one of these four categories that I'm going to describe. Now, number one is your hunger. Are you genuinely snacking because you're hungry, where you actually can feel your tummy rumbling and you feel like you need something to eat? You can feel that physical hunger. Now, one of the ways I tell people to test this is ask yourself, could I eat a can of tuna right now instead of everything else? And if you're really, really hungry, you kind of will be, yeah, do you know what, I can eat a can of tuna, or think of some other equivalent that's not as appealing as the sugary snack that you've got in mind. Okay, so really, are you snacking because you're hungry? And if you are hungry a lot between meals, it's maybe worth going back at looking at your main meals about how much fat and how much protein and things are in your main meals to kind of bridge those gaps. Number two is your fructose. So are you actually craving the sugar and the fructose? Are you really just craving sugar? It's not that you're hungry, it's literally that you want sugar and nothing else. And this is very common, but that indicates more of a fructose preference, possibly moving towards a fructose addiction, where you just want the sugar hit. So start to understand if it's really sugar you're craving. And again, to test that, ask yourself, would I be happy with something savoury right now, or do I really want something sweet? That will help you determine whether it's a fructose snack craving or not. Number three is this just habitual? Is it what you do? Is it what you've come to expect? It's not hunger, it's not necessarily sugar, it's just that at 3 o'clock every day you habitually get something to eat, and it's almost like your body's got so used to the fact that you do that every day now that you come to expect it. So it's kind of like a habitual hunger because you're habitually anticipating the snack or whatever you're going to eat. I've spent a lot of time studying habitual theories, and it really comes up a lot with people snacking like mid-afternoon or mid-morning. Also in the evening, a couple of hours after your evening meal. So really come to think about, is this a habitual reason why I'm snacking? And finally, the fourth one that I want you to consider is emotional. Are you eating to try and relieve some other feeling or emotion, or to distract yourself from feeling a bit bored, or to distract yourself from a difficult task at work, or maybe just to relieve yourself after a stressful day? So really start to look at, am I snacking right now? Am I eating this right now for any emotional reason? And starting to categorise your snack tendencies into these four different categories that I'm describing will really start to help you understand and become very, very self-aware about your snacking habits, which actually is a really great place to start before you go and start putting alternatives in there. So really have a think at those four categories. In the next maybe 24 hours, try to see which of those that you're doing, and see how you go with that.